Know all about the telly world by subscribing to TellyChakkar's YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated to our new videos.
Hi, this is Ashim Gulati and you're watching me on TellyChakkar.com.
अच्छा पहले तो बहुत बहुत स्वागत है TellyChakkar में आपका.
Thank you very much.
Hostages का हमने first episode देख लिया and it was quite intriguing. How was it for you?
Absolutely amazing. I loved being a part of it, and I'm just hoping that you guys like it as well. It's we've put in a lot of effort. It's been almost a year now. I think May last year we started shooting for it. So काफी समय हो गया and just now we're waiting for it to come out and very excited. Each and every character in our show is that it's got like, it's not black and white. It's got like a lot of gray areas. Every character has its own shades. So yeah, with every episode, you know, you'll just see the dysfunctionality of the whole situation of the family that's kept hostage and people who are taking them hostage. So you'll just see like how things change. It's very contradictory.
We see a season 1 and when a season 2 comes, so we have the expectation, like, you know, because the season 1 has set a benchmark for us. So season 2 has to have either be to that level or maybe cross that level. Same way around, if there's an adaptation of an old series into a new form, we have already watched that old series and there is a huge benchmark. So do you think that the audience will feel that this Hostages series is much equivalent to what they've seen before?
It's almost like the Hostages that you've seen, the Israeli version of it. And it won't be correct for you to, for us to actually compare our work with what has already been done, because we come in with our own sensibilities, we come in with our own craft. The good thing is that we've got a great powerhouse of talent that we have on board. Everybody is extremely talented. It's a great experience to have worked with, you know, Sudhir sir, Tiskar, Ronit sir.
Okay, talking about your cast itself, it seems that, you know, you are very much fond of working with them. So one such quality that you would like to take from each one of them, what would that be? Let's start with Ronit sir.
You know, apart from him being quite an interesting actor, because I've always found him like, you know, he's really, really good with his craft. So I'd take a little bit of his craft, but at the same time I feel that there's not much I can take from him, because he comes in with like a lot of energy on set, which usually is how I see myself on set. So I come up with this, and you know, like I'm the guy who's just monkeying around and you know, just making everybody laugh and stuff. So I think he and we were quite on the same page, as if he wasn't there, I was anyway like doing my thing, you know. So as far as he's concerned, I feel we're quite similar, but of course he comes in with so much experience, and he's a fantastic actor. So there were times when those scenes when he'd just like make me do it in a different way, and I'll be like, you know, wow, that's quite amazing. So there were nuances where I'll be like, yeah, I'd love to take this from you and take that from you and like pick your brains on this. So yeah. Tiska Chopra, ma'am, she's her restraint, like she's very poised, she's calm. There are times when she'll just be looking at you and not saying anything, and that makes me very uncomfortable sometimes, and I'll just be looking at her and I'm like, you know, is everything okay? She's like, yeah, everything's fine, and I'm just like, theek hai, you know, like just don't scare me. No, I'm joking, but she just that you know, she's always sort of internalizing her character, and she keeps her cool, not like how I am, who's always jumping around. So obviously there's definitely like so much to take from somebody who's quite calm and composed and cool and sort of taking in and soaking in what's happening around on set, as opposed to how I am. I have a different approach. So yeah, she's quite the cool, chilled out, but yes, you never know what's going on in her head.
Sudhir Mishra.
He's amazing, man. Like, it was such an interesting journey with him. I used to really like enjoy imitating him on set, while he didn't look, obviously, because I'd get a beating.
Alright, so can I just imitate him now?
No, I'm not gonna do it. So he just like, you know, he's a very interesting character. Like, he's a tall guy with white hair. Like, he's not particularly, you know, you don't see something like that usually, and he's quite like hands-on with what's happening. And extremely like, you know, he's intelligent, he knows what he just knows, you know, what's going on, wants to know everything that's happening. he'll give you his brief would be like कि हाँ तो मतलब मैं क्या कह रहा था कि कर सकते हैं हम ऐसा we'll क्या एक्टिंग करनी है बाकी एक्टर्स तो तुम हो ही बाकी देख लो इस कैरेक्टर का करना है वो हो जाएगा उसका उसमें क्या उसको ऐसे करके देख लो ये अपना सचिन उसको दे तुम लोग जानते हो कर लो वो अच्छा है and then suddenly he'll come and while just before the action and him briefing us he'd suddenly come and he'll probably go back on his chair and look at the monitor and he'll be looking at us and suddenly he'll be like hey ek second then he'll come up he'll get up then he'll come be like मैं सोच रहा हूँ उसको तू ये कर ले तो मेरे ख्याल से बेटर रहेगा तेरे को क्या लगता है so I'm like हाँ sir ठीक है and everybody is like I think that's good it's workable and then when he's actually telling you how to do it you just start thinking कि यार he's right and then suddenly we look at him and he'll be like I'm a madman here so that's when he comes in that school of thought where he's not probably thought about it but suddenly things will come to his head obviously he knows what he's he's so sharp like that but suddenly he'll just change it and he'll say things and give you a sort of a brief which you're not ready to take in because you've obviously have a different approach but then once you actually do it you'll be like dude that made sense and it's such an interesting approach to how you're looking at it so I feel that's experience that's a world of experience that obviously he's coming from he's just that's why every day it was I used to look forward to working with him because you don't know what ball he's throwing at you don't know what kind of googly he's going to be aiming and every day is going to be something interesting and new so there's so much to learn and I'm a student for life and I love to work with people and directors who have such an interesting angle to everything so it was great.
Are you a very big critic?
Very big critique in general about myself I'd be lying if I say no I actually am I don't like mostly what I do so it's very difficult for me to please me the very few times when I'll be like यार अच्छा तो करा है तूने तो वो बहुत कम होता है because I'm constantly I never I'm just always हाँ ठीक है I could have done better that's an actual actors thing they're never happy with what they've done.
As you just said that I am a very big critic of my work and it will be lie to say that no I do not criticize my work. What do you think went wrong with KarnSangini? Was it that the script was not that appealing for the audience to like it or maybe be loyal to the show or the pairing or what was it?
I mean it'll be wrong of me if I pinpoint and say that this didn't work because at the same time अगर ये चल गया होता तो फिर मैं बोलता कि यार इसमें तो ये this is amazing अब नहीं चला ऑडियंसेस को नहीं पसंद आया इतना जितना हमने सोचा था बिकॉज हम अपने हिसाब से तो सुधीर सर एंड सॉरी सुमित सर सुधीर सर कह रहा हूँ इतना सुधीर सर हो गया Sumit sir, we've all had we were pretty much hands-on on the project. We put in a lot of hard work, production-wise, even for our characters, and it was something that I haven't done before. So it was all the more very difficult. So we, according to us, were making the best show. It was a contemporary show. It was a contemporary sort of an approach to Mahabharat, to Karan's angle. It didn't work because of a lot of reasons. Maybe we didn't give the audiences enough time to soak in the fact that it's a contemporary take on Mahabharat. Maybe it didn't work because of the ardent Mahabharat fans were not ready to take in a different angle towards Mahabharat, which we were sort of breaking into. We were trying to show just the current angle of Mahabharat, and most of the Mahabharat characters weren't there. So maybe that didn't sit well with the audiences. So there could have been a lot of reasons. कुछ चीज़ें चलती हैं, कुछ चीज़ें नहीं चलती हैं. We can't sit and be like, हाँ चलो. I mean, it didn't work out. Yeah, I'm not.
The show's name is Hostages. One such person that Ashim would like to, kidnap as an hostage and would like to trade him or her for what?
That's a really interesting question. I take Sudhir sir actually because he's the most experienced out of all, and I'd take his his brains. I'll take it. I'll pick on his. I'll take his. I'll pick his brains, and his aesthetic sense of the way he thinks and he treats his work and his cinema, and yeah, and hopefully I can use that in my own this thing and do like great work and not make KarnSanginis again.
Well, thank you so much. Just a message for your fans.
Hostages is out on the 31st of this month. We spent a lot of time making the show. It's been a while since we've shot it. It's an extremely gripping show. I loved shooting for it, and so did our entire cast. And it's a talented bunch that we have, and I really, really, really hope that that you like it, because I know how gripping it is, and I have shot it. I have even seen the Israeli version, so I know what's coming for you, and I cannot wait for you to get your hands on. So please be patient and watch Hostage and enjoy the show.